We're at St Tudy Community Shop. St Tudy is a rural village located in North Cornwall, just on the edge of Bodmin Moor. It's about 6 miles away from the nearest towns of Bodmin and Weybridge, and by that nature is quite rurally isolated. A village shop is an essential lifeline to local residents.
The volunteers are the key aspect that what makes this viable and what makes it so important, and they are the backbone of the project, and their contribution of time cannot be understated. It is crucial to our success and our viability. In this financial climate, staffing is the main big cost for many businesses of this type. So to have that volunteer base that is so regular and so devoted to the project is key.
Outside advice was very important to us. We're a group of people with some very strong skills, but not necessarily in this area, and therefore the support we received from the Plunkett Foundation, or experts in this area, and then taking that forward into the advice we got from the CRCC was critically important in being able to pull the whole project together. The bulk of the money came from the CASE grant, but the balance of the funding came from a community share issue. So what we've got is the community digging into their pockets. Over 240 shareholders contributing nearly £50,000 towards this project.
Hello.
A community share offer showed that people were willing to commit funds, their own money, to the project, and therefore they felt involved with the project. And with that money and with the support from the community, we were able to then go to fund grant-making bodies like yourself and the Co-op and Community Finance and say, look, we've got this support from the village, which is absolutely fantastic. And therefore they said, well, it's a project that will survive and sustainable, so we will help.
Although the shop is quite complicated and you've got to get the money right, the post office isn't actually our money, and that's a bit of a worry in case you give somebody the wrong thing or you send the post office things off to the wrong place. That's complicated. I think all of us volunteers worry slightly about post office local, but we've got to do it because otherwise we don't have a post office.
I lost my leg just over 2 years ago, which made a terrific difference, of course, to my life. I can't deal online. I don't have computer and so on, so I wouldn't have been able to shop. It would have meant that I would have to rely on friends, neighbours to do all of my shopping for me. Now I can do all of my shopping myself.
You know that if you don't support it, it will go, and it's so everyone helps out, I suppose, and it does make it a little bit different, yeah. And also for the children, it's part of community spirit. So the kids know that as well. Kind of they come in and it's their shop.
So much sugar.
We don't live next door to Weybridge. It's 20 minutes drive, 20 minutes drive back, and if you add up the cost of petrol against all that sort of thing, the prices here are extremely competitive. And so, competitive prices, very good selection, a continually sort of changing to meet the customer need concept. What more can you want?
I'll tell you one funny story, you may not appreciate it, but my son was down for Easter and he popped into the shop to say goodbye, and I gave him a kiss, and somebody came up and said, God, I know it's a friendly shop, but that's ridiculous.
This project is a wonderful example of how a community enterprise can really galvanise local people and bring them together under a common aim and achieve something that at the beginning perhaps really seemed unobtainable.
Why am I so passionate about it? Because I believe in it, because this is a fantastic place to live. I'm surrounded by fantastic people, and look what we've achieved all together.